Well, happy Friday to everybody. I'm here in Detroit City. Just kind of walking the street here and pretty safe. Today is a special gospel for me. It's one of my favorite gospel passages because it really just hits at the goals of why Jesus was here, just like in a very immediate way. And well, the calling of St. Matthew, right? So one of the reasons why I think this gospel is so important is because, well, first, it was depicted by Caravaggio in the calling of Matthew. I don't know if any of you have ever been to Rome. You can go to the Church of St. Luigi dei Francesi, which is right there in the center of Rome, right near the Senate for Italy. And there's the painting, the famous painting of the calling of Matthew. And it's Jesus kind of sticking his hand out with his finger, touching the Apostle Matthew, kind of calling him to the divine life. And it's very much connected to the Sistine Chapel with Michelangelo, when you have God the Father doing something similar, calling Adam to divine life. Now, in the Gospels themselves, or the Gospel passage today, I mean, it's everything about everything of why Jesus was here. That is to call sinners and not the righteous, or to call sinners to become righteous. And if you were already righteous, well, continue in your righteousness. Couple things. Remember about the tax collectors. The tax collectors were generally people of that nation, so the Jewish people, and they were called by Rome, so a foreign nation, to tax their own people. And as we know, they would also take money on top of that. So they were a beloved group of people for like the Romans, because they were getting money, but they were despised people for the Jewish people, the ancient Jewish people, because what? I mean, obviously they're taking their money and giving it to a foreign country or foreign nation. And so I can only imagine Matthew's life of this confliction, right? That he's extracting money from his own people, yet he's gaining money because he's extracting the money. He's beloved by the Romans, but despised by his people. I'm sure he lived a very conflicted life. And yet what happens? He encounters the Lord. And the Lord says to follow him. And he isn't here for the righteous. You know, he's not here for that person that was always, he is, but we get what he's trying to say. He didn't just come for that person that's always in the temple, always worshiping God, observes every single law, and is the most righteous person. No, he came for someone like Matthew, who's like, I don't have a people. I don't know God. That's who Jesus came for. And I think as a church on mission in the world, that's what we ought to do. I'm reminded lastly of Pope Francis's motto. It's miserando et elegendo, right? The Lord was having mercy on Matthew while electing Matthew to be an apostle, to be his person whom he mandated in the world, who also wrote down the Gospels. So I pray, brothers and sisters, that we all become little missionaries in our places, that the Lord has mercy on us, but also electing us to go out to those most in need, most despised. That's who we should be looking for, to be in our churches, to be on mission with us. Peace and God bless.